All right, what's up you guys? Welcome to today's video. Today, we're doing something crazy and we decided that we wanted to run a marathon. Just randomly, just a random Saturday. I don't know why, other than I just felt like we needed to do like some high mileage just because this training cycle for this ultra marathon, it's kind of been all over the place. We've had some travel, football tournaments, just engagements that we've been at, and it has made a lot of our mileage stuff really hard to get in. And for my wife here, who has never really run more than what, 15 miles or something like that? She's never really run more than 15 miles. I figure if we're gonna go and we're gonna run 50K, it would probably be a good idea to get something a little bit bigger than 15 miles in. So, and it would make for good content to go run a marathon today. So, my wife and I, say what's up to YouTube guys.
Hi YouTube.
She loves being on camera, but we're gonna go and run 26 miles today, and we have to do it really quickly because we have an engagement, go figure, to do this afternoon. But her and I, we're gonna go run 26 miles, and we're gonna bring you guys with us. Let's go. All right, so before we head out, I'm gonna show you guys real quick our fueling strategy. Number one, GoPro. You gotta come with us, or you guys don't get to see anything. But Megan, you wanna go ahead and show them what you're fueling with today?
Well, water, Ultraformance. This is a carb supplement, basically like a intra-workout carbohydrates. So lots of carbs and sugars to give you energy during the workout. I mix it with the hydration pack from First Form. So we've got electrolytes mixed in that as well. I've got some gels. We ordered some from Bear Performance Nutrition, so I'm gonna bring a couple of those to try out before race day to make sure they sit okay in my tummy. So we've got the Go Gels. I'm gonna bring one of the mixed berry and one of the apple cinnamon, and Old Faithful birthday cake goo, just in case. I've also got the most important piece, a whole pack of gum, because I can't run without chewing gum the whole time. And then we're gonna give these a try too. This is the Go Bar from Bear Performance Nutrition, or BPN. It's pretty much all carbs as well, so something that we're gonna maybe try about halfway through. It's got 36 grams carbs. It's a little snacky snack for the middle of the run. And we can't forget the other most important piece, TP. We've had some traumatic porta potty stops that didn't have toilet paper, so we are always prepared.
And then I've got much of the same, right? So I always love, number one, gotta start with some Ultraformance. I also had a Pop-Tart. I found that just works for me to get the calories in that I need to start my run with, and I think it has like 60 or 70 carbs for like the entire pack. And I also have my vest. Because we are doing such high mileage and we don't have the aid stations that you would typically have at a race, that's why we're wearing our vest. And just because of the ultra marathon, we need to get used to being in it. One of my water containers has 50 grams of carbohydrates inside of this Ultraformance, and the other one is basically water. Then, the fueling strategy for me today is within the first few hours, I'm actually gonna do a Go Gel about every 30 minutes. So I've got 6 gels, I only pulled out 5 here. So I've got 6 gels, so every 30-minute increment, I'm gonna do one of these gels for the first, I would say like 10 or 15 miles-ish, about halfway through. I'm also gonna try out this Go Bar, and then I'll finish with the rest of the gels that I had. It is a little bit warmer today. It's about 60 degrees, so we are possibly gonna run out of water. I know when we're in our ultra marathon, when you're kind of going between aid station to aid station, you will often like get to a spot where your water pouches are empty. Because we don't have that, like I said, I'm also gonna bring along my gallon water jug. We're gonna put this in a truck. I don't really know what our route is gonna be currently. I think we'll probably go out for 9 to 10 miles and then turn around and come back based off of like what our supplies are looking like. But I will put in our loop, a loop back to our truck just in case we do need a refill, and we'll bring our Ultraformance with us. That's what we've got for fueling. I believe we're ready to go. Kids are all set, and we're gonna head out the door. All right, so we made it to our starting spot. We got our warm up in. My lady stretching out, and we switched to the GoPro. So a little hot today. Like I said in the prequel to this video, so we're trying to figure out, I guess we'll figure out as we go, the exact route that we're gonna do and whether we actually need to come back and refuel or not. But it's a beautiful day. Go get some miles in. All right, so we are 1 mile in. I'm feeling good. Today is beautiful. Couldn't have asked for a better day. Megan actually said, she was like, it's so weird to be out here without headlamps and jackets and all the things that you typically need when you run during the winter in Washington. But the whole thought with this like marathon training run was to just like gain confidence. Like, I know for me that the mileage is gonna be fine. 50K is gonna be completely doable. I've done it before, and this training block has gone significantly better than the past training cycles. But I think it would be a good boost for Megan and an opportunity for me to just do something really hard. There's something that my friend Jeremy Miller always says. He always says, marathons are hard, and he kind of spells it kind of funny, but it's true. 26 miles is nothing to shake a stick at. So we're gonna go knock that out on to mile 2. All right, check-in time. We're coming up on mile 3. We've had a nice flat course by design for the last mile and a half. Well, okay, so not all the way flat. There's 2 little climbs. It always kind of jack your heart rate up when we run this like particular course. So the rest of this time.
Who live here, it's El Dorado.
Okay, so now my wife's giving away our position. So yes, El Dorado. For those of you who watch this and live in Washington State in like the Kitsap County area, when you come off of, okay, so there's hills. Now, nice flat. So the thought is that we're gonna go out about 13 miles and then we'll just backtrace our steps. That does mean that if we run out of our fuel, we're in trouble, but I did bring my card with me so we could stop somewhere and get water if we need it. But so far so good. On to all the miles after. So we are 33 minutes in. Refuel number 1. Again, we decided to go with the VPN gels. I realized maybe on this long of a run, because like generally speaking, if you're gonna do a gel or if you're gonna train with them or use them in a race, sorry, you probably want to train with them a little bit. Maybe a 26-mile long run might not be ideal for training with a gel, but I've done worse things, so bottoms up. Not bad tasting. Went down a lot easier than the goose. All right, keep going. All right, so mile 5, check in. Still feeling good, just had to stop and use the restroom really quick. Megan took her first gel. What'd you think?
That's good. It was apple cinnamon. It was like applesauce.
And I went with mixed berry. I mean, the jury's still out whether it's gonna mess with our stomachs or not. Well, no, yeah, hopefully not. We'll find out in a few miles, but we're consistent, like a 9:30 pace, which is fairly easy, feeling good for us. Still got sunshine, no complaints. We're gonna keep on going. All right, so we have made minor pit stop. We're at 13.3 miles. Still beautiful weather. My darling wife and I, this gem water fountain here allowed us to refill both the packs. I just had that go one more bar, which kind of was my strategy. I wanted to get like a food product about halfway in. So I've got 3 gels left and 13 miles. So that should be plenty. You guys feeling halfway decent for me, what would be high mileage. And we've done a half marathon. So we only got, babe,
Another half marathon?
one more half marathon to go.
Just one more.
Just one more. Honey, how you feeling?
Pretty good. My feet hurt a little bit from all the pavement, but legs feel good. Heart feels good.
And our spirits are high. All right, you guys. On to mile 14. All right, 18 miles in, and we're in the suck. So I remember my first marathon, it was like mile 19 or 20, where like everything just starts to hurt with an H, and everything started to hurt. Ankles, my knees, my feet, all the things that have been rubbing you like closed-wise for the past few hours starts to really irritate you, and that's kind of what we're experiencing. I've noticed I had this rubbing on my lat back here, and there's just like a faint ache in all the joints. And every mile that this young lady does is a PR. So we're just rolling over 18 miles, and we're on our, I guess, our path back to where we started. And it's like a downhill. We should have wind at our back too. So on to miles 19 and 20. All right, mile 21. We are 5 miles from being done. We're on our home stretch, and it's a good thing because I'm about out of water. All my gels are gone, and it's gonna be. Do I? Yeah. Okay, correction. I have one left, and it's likely gonna be a crash landing because this is always when the wheels start to fall off. But I mean, we're not in too bad of spirits. We're feeling pretty good. On to the finish. And just like that, my friends, we're at 26. Gonna finish up with the 0.2 so we can get that official marathon score in our apps for Koros. But completely different experience running in the city with like stoplights and traffic and up a sidewalk, into the road, across the road, like lots of crazy changes in terrain. But man, what a cool experience to run a marathon with my wife on just a random Saturday. So that's a wrap. We finish this thing up and then it's home to eat. All right, what's up vlog? That is a wrap on the, we'll just call it the Silverdale, Washington Marathon, because that's pretty much what it was. We were all over the city today, which was kind of cool. We saw a ton of clients. If you saw us out there in the wild, thank you for cheering us on. A couple of you guys drove by, bumped the horn, cheered out of your window. I appreciate that. Believe it or not, this little boost of energy for us and just kind of cool. It always makes us feel like, you know, the people got our back in this area. But all over the city today, kind of crazy. Hills, busy intersections, all the things that go along with running through your city like that. But we're able to get that marathon done. And Megan and I are going to do a full recap, just kind of talking to camera, but I just wanted to sign on here really quick and to, you know, just thank you guys for watching it and be on the lookout for that recap coming right after this. Well, hopefully you can hear me because I'm trying out with this new microphone. Okay, so we decided to run a marathon and I told you that I would give you a recap with me just talking direct to camera. Now this is a few days removed, so I've been able to kind of analyze a couple things and I hope to hit you with a couple ideas and just a couple things that I learned from running just a completely random marathon. First things first, marathons, extremely challenging. The biggest reason why we wanted to try this, well, a couple of reasons why we wanted to try this was running 26.2 miles just develops a level of mental grit that I just think is so important for a person to have, especially for us as we're getting ready to go and run 50K. That's going to be extremely mentally challenging. I know that for me to be prepared for a hard thing that is in the future, it's always good to do something hard beforehand. Just, it's almost as if I'm training, did I say that right? Training my mindset. And I know for Megan, who is participating in this 50K with me as well, it was important for her to do something hard too. Up until this point, she'd literally only run 15 miles. So something she would often say is, I don't know why I'm running this ultra marathon. I've never even run a marathon before. That's when I had the idea. What if we ran a marathon on a completely random Saturday? So great idea, and we just went and we implemented it on some just random Saturday. We live in a town called Silverdale. Come to find out, it's extremely challenging to get 26.2 miles in the town. We were all over the city. We were running up hills, we were running down hills, we ran along the water, we ran on back roads, we ran by military bases, highways, parks. We were all over the place. It was literally insane, but also a really great experience. So first things first, let's talk about just our general approach. We started our run around probably like 1:30 when we started the race. And we started off my fueling plan for this entire thing because I knew as we went around the entire city, it was going to be extremely challenging to find places to fill up our water and stuff like that. So we decided initially that we were going to do about 15 to 16 miles and then to try to trek it back. We actually ended up running by my son's high school, which had an outdoor water fountain, which allowed us to refill our water pouches. And luckily we packed enough gels, and I used the Go One More Sport bar halfway through, and so did Megan. That helped to kind of fuel this entire thing. Ultimately, above 20 miles was just a mental fight for both of us. We were both grinding. Again, we are just average, everyday runners who just enjoy the act of running a marathon or running a half marathon or running an ultra marathon. We're not professional runners by any means. I try to embrace the hybrid lifestyle as far as being enduring, also being strong, also practicing Jiu Jitsu. Megan enjoys the lifting and the endurance side of the house, occasionally doing like a CrossFit workout every now and then as well. So we're just everyday runners or you can say recreational runner. Outside of mile 20, it just became a mental fight, and one that we just grit and bared, and we pushed as hard as we possibly could, trying to stop the least amount possible. We finished with about 4 hours and 30 minutes. That was our take on this random marathon training run. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, make sure to ask them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a solid favor. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in a future video. Thanks for watching.